A lot of Taco Bell's decades menu is very mediocre. It's very overwhelming of like a mess, and maybe that's just my Taco Bell mileage may vary. It's not interesting. There's nothing here that's catching my eye. There's not like this underground item I thought I was gonna like. Well, I guess maybe with Taco's green burrito, maybe that one. That one's like top notch, but the rest of this kind of sucks.
Isn't that like cheap fast food or something? I got this reviewer coming.
After the review?
Another episode of Fast Talk, the fast food show where I talk about fast food talking faster about let's get bodacious with Taco Bell's new decades menu, something they just dropped today, October 31st. Happy Halloween to those who celebrating as a fledgling internet celebrity who makes YouTube videos currently through a Zoom call. I have Taco Bell's brisk tea to celebrate. They don't have the decade cups. It's really annoying. I wish they did because that was like the coolest part of it. With such memorable items as a green burrito, the Mexamelt. Well, I think this is the green burrito. The Gordita Supreme, your regular taco, and your tostada. These are interesting items in their own right, and must be favorites. Maybe Taco Bell did a comparison thing, like maybe Taco Bell did like a community tab thing. Did a poll of what people really wanted, or just there's like, hey, here's stuff we offered, and just threw everything in of the stuff that Taco Bell like has as like ingredients. I'm intrigued by this, so let's go ahead and taste them. All right, let's start off with I think this is the Gordita Supreme, which is already my favorite because I do not like um sour cream on any of my food. So this is nothing interesting for me. The Gordita Supreme, it's total. That one's like a total does like a 1 out of 10 because it's just you're like a supreme soft taco. And I never had a Gordita Supreme. Maybe it's that shell they use. And again, these aren't going to be one-on-one comparisons because stuff changes. And they have different ingredients that they bring in. But I do like this concept overall. Taco Bell's Decades of Menu is a fun idea to bring back fun items. I spent about $13 for all of this, which I think is not a bad idea. But that first one just isn't working for me. We got the green burrito. I'm assuming it's gonna have salsa verde because why wouldn't it? It was called the green burrito. Well, that's legit. That's good. I like that. I'm going for a second bite on that. Green burrito's really good. Green burrito does something. I like how if I was like on a value menu, I go for that. That one's just mm, that has something in it that I really like. This is the Mexamelt, which I think they wanted to bring back my capacity before. If I remember correctly. So the one thing I don't like about Taco Bell burritos, the one thing I don't like Taco Bell burritos is how long it takes for you to get to the burrito and how messy they are. Like, like look at that. That's just folded up mess. It's bean dip and everything. It's pretty. It's good. A little gross, but it isn't horrible. So far, the decades menu. Looking back, there's nothing really to look back on. It's fun ideas. So far, the green burrito is like the best thing because of like that nice flavor and consistency. But the gordita crunch and the mexamelt offer nothing. The mexamelt isn't interesting. Like I was expecting like enchilada sauce stuff like that, which is already that enchilada burrito they did. It just isn't really anything. Man, look at this. This thing is. I hate to look at this. Look at that. That is horrible. Like that is a total like look at this. This is a total mess. This is maybe the worst thing. It is maybe as bad as the Mexican pizza. This is wow. Okay. Like when I got the Mexican pizza, it wasn't a mess. I got a decent one. This one is just everything's. Where do we go in? Let's fold it. A lot of Taco Bell's decades menu is very mediocre. It's very overwhelming of like a mess, and maybe that's just my Taco Bell mileage may vary. It's not interesting. There's nothing here that's catching my eye. There's not like this underground item I thought I was gonna like. Well, I guess maybe with Taco Bell's green burrito, maybe that one. That one's like top notch, but the rest of this kind of sucks. Same with probably the apple pie and pinata, if I can get hold of it, that would be available to the third. We'll see if I get to try that one or not. If my Taco Bell will like freaking have it. Mine's weird about with like LTO stuff like that. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you like it, hate it, dislike it? Because a menu item like this doesn't work when one item does well. That green burrito, I wish it stays around because I love that idea. Like it's like it has everything I really like, and I was expecting the whole menu to be, but was very disappointed. I guess maybe because Taco Bell's menu items used to be very substandard back in the day. Like it was very much like, hey, here's cheap Taco Bell food, so it's gonna be very cheap with like a lot of beans and rice, stuff like that. I wish I could like it more, but I can't. I just don't like it. I don't want to go to a Taco Bell place. Taco Bell's decades menu just doesn't do anything for me still. I don't know why I keep going on this because that salsa verde green burrito is very good. Everything else is very substandard. Taco Bell's decade menu to me just doesn't work. One out of five things or four things just doesn't hit for me. When your green burrito is like your best thing, out of someone who really doesn't like burritos, you've done something wrong. I really wanted like tostada and some other stuff, but it just doesn't work. Let me know in the comments what do you think. Also, whether you can also leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me at FT_for the reviews, check my podcast, listen for podcasts. Guys, have a day.